Right, here we are.
Episode 6.
Oh, stealing my thunder. Right, okay, you can do the introductions then. Off
Hello,
you go.
I'm Elazar, I'm producer. To my left is Jack, our DOB. To my right is creator Lisa Gifford. And further to my right is star Peter Halpin.
Here he is on screen
Such
right
a
now.
star.
One of
Award-winning star Peter Halpin.
Peter Halpin.
again one of the awards.
Indie Series Award-winning star.
Best actor, Peter Halpin. Exactly.
I carry a rucksack very well.
You do, exactly.
The way I walked out of those steps at Trafalgar Square was stunning.
We love soaps also. Actor of the week. Thank you.
So yes, episode 6, the finale of
So-
series 1.
Loads of POV stuff, point of view shooting in this one.
This is because it's all the real exposition.
Yes.
We've been building and teasing, and here's the story. This is what really happened.
And this is this scene here. So all of these flashback scenes directed by Paul Linghorn, who is the play's director. So the play,
Play away.
play away.
The play was in 2012.
It was.
God, time has flown.
No, 2013.
No,
the
the original one was
The
2000.
original was 2012. You went in that.
I wasn't. That's why it seemed longer ago than it was. 'Cause
Yes.
It was 2012.
And you
No,
went
I
in
wasn't
it.
in it. 2013 I was. Anyway, yes, the play was done at the Excedrin Theatre in Camden. Very successful show it was. And so these bits that we're watching now, the bits that are sort of all blurry. Sorry, Jack.
Intentionally.
Intentionally
blurry.
didn't shoot it that way, just saying it was all in focus.
It
Well,
was.
hopefully.
I know how to compliment a DOP.
Yeah,
You really do.
always good.
These blurry shots.
Yeah, this blurry thing. Or dream
Taken
sequences.
from the play.
Yeah.
The threesome of
So
the
we
title
actually, can I
threesome.
just say that this is the sex scene that we shot tons and tons of and then didn't use. So there's actually more to this. My bra comes off at some point in all sorts, and sorry boys, didn't get none of that comes on screen. But poor Jack had to shoot it, and our poor sound lady Carolyn had to be under the bed with the boom because there was nowhere else in there she had to be. So when we cut, Jack and everybody else would get out of the room as fast as possible because obviously I'm pretty much derobed at this point, or disrobed at this point. And and then the sound lady would be left in there. And this is wonderful Lydia Orange, I must say, who has gone on to great acting successes now. Recently starred in an episode of Doctors on BBC.
Such a noisy airbed.
It was a very noisy airbed actually, and has done loads of other work, like a national tour with Bill Kenwright and all sorts of things. So we like to pretend that we discovered.
See,
her.
I told you I wasn't the star.
No, there we go. It's the girl,
Yeah.
as she's credited. The girl
A girl from Pop.
who is written. She's actually written to season 2.
And we'll have a
She's
name.
good scene in
And
season
we'll have a
2.
name.
No,
We'll
she
have-
doesn't
no?
have a name in season
No,
2. I
okay.
deliberately never give
You
it
got
to
a
her.
really interesting POV shot of a ceiling
Yeah,
and a face.
very nice. Well, we had to get him into the kimono somehow. Had to be done.
Got some wonderful photos of him in the kimono.
Yes, absolutely. There are some good photos of the kimono actually. I wonder if we
Which
can,
he loves.
can
He
we
loves the
impose
photos.
these on? I might
think-
see if I can
absolutely,
find a
yeah.
way of doing that. Jack, do you want to talk about the grading on the flashback shots actually?
Yeah, so for most people, flashbacks need to be kind of dreamy. So you can either do it like Wayne's World and go, "Rah, rah," or you can kind of make it look a little bit softer, a little bit more romantic, a bit more dreamy. So you kind of highlight the reds a little bit more, which is why Ewan looks like he's been sunburnt. But also you kind of emphasise make everything, as you say, blurry.
Technical word.
Yeah.
Technical term.
So we kind of did that. I used kind of grading software to kind of play around with it, which was quite nice, quite enjoyable to do. And it was mainly so it felt so different. Because
Yes.
when we were in post, it was mainly... The POV was very, very different, but also we needed to go further to make the POV make sense.
And
When
this
Jack
shot,
says
Fucking
when
horrible
he's
shot.
in post, he means in post-production. He's not working in the Royal Mail sorting office.
Well, I could be.
maybe.
He might be,
Yeah. Do you want to talk about these shots? Jack?
So
'Cause
this shot
is a
here
nightmare.
was the shot from hell because,
That's not what
I couldn't
he said.
actually see what we were filming because, shot on a 5D, there's no flip out screen or any monitor. So, yeah, it was an awkward thing to do. So it was like a 4-minute long take. And then we had to watch the 4 minutes, make sure it was actually in focus, check the performance on camera and so on. So, yeah, it was a time consuming shot.
It was. And this discussion they're having here about when Rob first met Jen and the little green dress and everything else, you actually get to see that scene in series 2. I've written that whole scene. It's a flashback and they're all much younger, so how are we going to make ourselves look
So it's going to look
younger?
really blurry.
Well, in Transparent, they make the two actors, the husband and wife, 20 years younger.
True. So we're giving Jodie a nice makeup challenge next time around.
And of course, you two know about what's in Series 2. I don't know.
No
about you,
idea.
Jack. No, I haven't got a
Never
clue.
read
Haven't
the
a
script.
single word.
All I know is there's a really annoying car scene.
Yes, there is.
Really annoying.
There's a car chase.
That the car
You're
scene
in the
enough
car scene.
Oh,
in
well,
this one
brilliant.
Yeah.
was hard enough, mainly because of my breathing. The sound
Yes.
person was very annoyed by my breathing, trying to keep the camera as steady as possible. But hey ho.
As you do.
Now this scene, this is the crux of Paul's story. This is him now telling everyone why we have this secret that he's been keeping from his parents.
Well, he's kind of telling Jen. He's not really
He's telling
telling
Jen.
everyone.
Everyone is in the audience.
Right,
The
okay.
audience are learning.
Yes.
Of course, if you've seen the play, you'd know that. And if you want to know more about what the play is, you can actually buy it on Amazon.co.uk.
You can.
Yes, just do a search for Threesome, Lisa Gifford, and you'll find the
It's
playtext. It's a
actually-
published book.
It's sold out at the moment, but
It's sold out.
The publishers assure me actually that they've ordered more stock.
Good.
It's having a reprint. So
Cool.
yes.
So yes, I mean this is. I think this is. It's. I think scenes like this in episode 6. This is the reason why you've got your best writing award. Come on,
Where's
Indie
that come from?
Indie Series
Indie
Award.
Series Award. And what's this?
There's something else down there.
And Miami
Best-
Web Fest.
Best romantic series.
Oh, where did these come from?
Well, I mean, even though we released the series in 2013, 2014 has been our sort of
Yes.
year for taking it around all the web fests. Been to Miami, it's been to Vancouver, it's been to Toronto, Los
Rome.
Angeles, Rome Web Awards. It's and
Rain
then New
Dance
York,
Awards.
just and Rain Dance, New York City as well. So I think this is another reason for doing these commentaries. It's really a thanks to all the fans out there who've supported us in the last couple of years.
No, it's been brilliant. It's been great, and the feedback we've had has been incredible. And people asking about Series 2, and yes, we're working on Series 2 and trying to get that up and running at the moment. But yeah, it's been a great year, really. And now this is, I mean, we're talking over your big scene here, really, about them, mine.
Which you won an Indie Series Award for,
I did as well.
and I'm sure these scenes
Imagine
were
it's
very
like
crucial
this.
in that.
It's very
Got my
much
name.
like this, but with your name on it, and it doesn't say writing.
It doesn't. No, 'cause it didn't write.
So what was that like, Lisa, when you were in Los Angeles at the awards and heard your name?
Well, I didn't actually hear them say my name, because I didn't expect them to say it. So I was.
And
Sort
it was
of,
Charlene Tilton.
no,
from
I presented Charlie.
Oh, you
Tilton
pre-
for her award, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, I didn't really expect to win, so I didn't really pay any attention, because I was actually thinking, because I was presenting Charlie Tilton's award next, so I was actually thinking more about that. And then they said my name, and it took you and several other people to actually tell me I'd won.
People
And I had
behind
to
you
get
in the
up,
audience poking you.
me, telling me to go and get my award. So, and then I had nothing prepared to say, and Peter had given me no speech with himself either, so I had to make everything up. And this was a difficult scene to shoot, actually.
Back to the commentary.
Yes.
So
Oh!
professional.
Oh, the Threesome, the web series.
This was
Let's have a
really,
watch.
yeah, let's have a watch of this. This was really difficult because at this point, I mean, we were very tired at this point in the
Yeah.
shoot. Was this like 3 days in, I think? And we've been doing very long days. I hadn't actually slept at all between shoots. I just couldn't sleep. So we were all exhausted. And it was upsetting. It was a hard scene. Obviously, Jen's really distressed at this point, and Rob's really distressed as well. And as actors, it's very hard to act with someone and see them that distressed and not be affected by it. So, I mean, when Ewan was acting this, he was genuinely upset,
You both did an amazing job.
and it was very, very difficult to see him as a person who you're acting with, to see him in that state, but then as a character to see the character you're acting opposite in that state. It was difficult. This was difficult.
Well, because also what was really funny was, so I inherited most of my lights from a family friend, and the gels we were using had a slight smell to them.
Oh yeah.
And the smell of burning was in the background of this scene, which was really helpful, I think, for the acting.
That really gave it
People
something.
were worried for their lives.
That gave it something, exactly. It was this immediacy of, let's just get this shot.
And here comes the
And-
mirror of the earlier.
I love
James
this
Bond
moment.
shot. James Bond shot.
And
I
of
love
course-
this moment.
The only scene in the present of all three of you in one scene.
Yes.
Yes.
Because even though you're three lead actors, you've actually not all been
No.
together in one scene.
And what a happy moment it is.
And what a great moment. And that's a great look. That is a great look.
Brilliant
for you.
look, yes.
Absolutely brilliant. and then to
To
be
be
continued.
continued.
And we upset so many people with that to be continued. I'm really sorry to everybody who got very upset with me about
But
that.
as we're all learning, Jack and I, along with you guys as well, what's happening in Series 2? It is coming.
It is
Please
coming.
keep supporting
It is
us, subscribing to the channels or following us on Twitter and at Daily Motion and all sorts of places.
Yes.
Because all this helps us.
But you're talking like this is the end, and it's not. 'cause
It's
we've got
not.
another commentary to come.
I know. Well, we've got a commentary for the special, but we're wrapping up the actual series.
Okay.
The reason
Stay
I
tuned.
laughed at the credits was because
Stay tuned.
it was
Thank
one
you.
extra person.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.